Hello, Price Chapel family. It's good to connect with you today. I want to share a midweek message with you to encourage you and just stir up your faith in this moment. The message I want to share with you is from John chapter 5. There's this story where Jesus is in the city of Jerusalem and he goes to the pool of Bethesda. And I got to go to Jerusalem a few months ago, and I got to go in the old city of Jerusalem, and you go by the sheep gate, and near the sheep gate are these ancient pools that were around in the time of Jesus. And they were like these pools that people thought were miraculous and people would go to be healed. The pool of Bethesda. And I always pictured them as like kiddie pools when I read about them in the scriptures, but when I went and visited, these things are like really deep. Like, you don't know how to swim, you're going to drown in these pools. They're these huge pools. And what we know is that the lame and the blind and the paralyzed and those who needed healing would go and they would lay by the pools. And they believed that the angel of the Lord would come and the angel of the Lord would stir up the waters. And when the angel of the Lord would stir up the waters, whoever got in the pool first would be healed. And so one day, Jesus is by the pool of Bethesda and he sees this guy who's laying there. He's paralyzed, he's an invalid, he's in bad shape. And Jesus finds out that he's been laying there, he's been like this for 38 years. And he goes up to the guy who's been laying there for all this time, paralyzed for 38 years, and says to him, "Hey, do you want to get well? Do you want to walk? Do you want to get up? Do you want to get well?" And the guy says, "I've been like this for a long time, and it's not fair because every time the waters are stirred up, someone else gets help first, and someone else gets in the water before me, and I never get in the water first, and no one helps me, and no one's looking out for me." And instead of just saying, "Jesus, I want to get well," he just starts shifting the blame to others. And if you notice right now in our world, there's a lot of blame shifting. The governors are blaming the president's blaming China, China's kicking our journalists out of the country. There's a lot of blame shifting going on right now. There's a lot of excuses. And I think we can, in this moment, we can just get paralyzed. We can be like this guy who's just laying there by a pool, hoping that someone's going to help them, hoping that things are going to change. We could be paralyzed in front of the news all day, just in fear and in shock and worry and anxiety about what's going on. But Jesus is coming to us in this moment, and he's saying to us, do you want to walk? Do you want to get up? And do you want to be well? And do you want to come and walk with me? And so this guy at the pool gives all his excuses, and finally Jesus is like, enough, get up. Take your mat and walk. And the guy has this moment of faith that maybe this can actually happen. Maybe he doesn't need the pool. Maybe all he needs is Jesus. And he gets up and he takes his mat and he walks. We, in this moment, need to get up. We need to take our mat. We need to stop blaming others. We need to stop being concerned about what others are doing or aren't doing and letting that ruin our day. And we need to simply walk with Jesus. He's calling us to be well with him, to walk with him in this moment. And that's all that matters, is that we focus our eyes on him and that he guides us and he leads us in this moment. He's what we need. Get up today. Get up and walk with Jesus. Get up and walk with him. I wanted to share a couple updates with you. One is that our Price Chapel Church campus, we said, was going to be closed through March 27th. As you know, the situation is just changing so rapidly. Right now, our church campus and the programs and events that happen here on campus are just kind of closed and canceled indefinitely, at least through April 16th. Our health department has said no gatherings of over 10 till April 16th. Schools are out till May 1st. I just don't know how long it will be at this point, so we're going to just keep updating you. We've pivoted to doing as much ministry online and on the phone and on text and as we can. So this Sunday, I want you to join us at 10:30 on the live stream. We'll be live streaming our service on Facebook Live. We'll also be live streaming it from PriceChapel.org. And then right after the service, within an hour or so, we will have it up on YouTube. So if you go on your smart TV and you go to your YouTube app and you just search Price Chapel, first thing that pops up is Price Chapel. If you do that, you can watch the service from last week, but you'll also be able to watch this week's on Sunday afternoon. We're also launching some different groups on Zoom, and so watch for that. Our social media, our weekly email we'll send out on Thursday. We'll have all that information. We want you to know that we're together during this time, that we love you and we care for you. We want to know if you have any needs, any way we can be coming alongside you in this time. But the call today is to follow Jesus in this moment, to not lay in fear, being paralyzed by what's going on in this world, but to get up and to walk with Jesus every day.